Doesn't it seem like we're spending more than before? That there are more avenues to spend it, that there are more apps that help us to spend, and our friends and relatives are doing stuff that makes us also want to spend. Now, look at the Swiggy Instamart app or the Dunzo app that helps us to get things quickly. So, let's say that you're cooking, you don't have garam masala, you order in garam masala, or you have a party going on, you're running out of snacks, you order in some snacks. But what also happens is that along with that garam masala, we tend to add a packet of chips or some Cadbury's. And then, of course, with our chips, we have to get some dip. So we add that also. So the very purpose of the app was to just get us those essential things quickly. But now we are ending up adding more to this. I have another example. I bought this plain white t-shirt, which I really like. I don't know whether it's a fit or the comfort. Now, every time I go onto the Myntra app, I feel like buying three or more. Don't ask me why. I can't explain it. But every time I go there, I have to fight the urge to buy, the same t-shirt in different colors. Even though I know I'm only going to wear it at home, I don't really need it as well. Naval Ravikant mentioned that, remember, there are a team of scientists and organizations that are trying to make us spend, and we are just lone individuals who are trying to battle it out. This is a very important thing to remember. And what does it come down to? It comes down to making choices on what we want to spend or what we don't want to spend. If you look at one of the principles of Amazon's leadership, it says to be frugal. They say that achieve more with less. Frugality breeds self sufficiency, inventiveness, and resourcefulness. And this can work very well for us. I'll give you an example. Last month I traveled to Kerala. I had two choices. I could either go by flight or I could go by train. If I were to go by flight, it would have taken me 3 hours to reach the airport because I have to start 3 hours in advance. I live in Bangalore. The flight would have taken about an hour, and then to go home from the airport takes about 3 hours. So, a total travel time of 7 hours, which would have cost me about 3,000 at the cheapest for the flight, another 3,000 for the taxi from the airport to home, and from here to the airport, it would have cost me about 1,000. So, about 7,000 rupees. The other choice was to take a train. In fact, that's what I did. I took the overnight train. So that took me about 12 hours to reach from station to station and another hour for travel time. The cost was only 1,700 one way, right? So you can see how much money I saved. But more than that, I saved time. I saved time by working throughout that day, boarding the train at night, reading a book, having a good meal, sleeping early because there was no connectivity. So I couldn't watch anything on my phone. And then I got up next morning, took an auto and went home. So here you can see an example where I was frugal with money but not with time. I still managed to save time and money. And what do we do with this money that we save? What can we do with that? We can buy better times with it. You can have a better holiday. You can buy quality things, like you can buy a better set of headphones because you really like music, or you can buy some good training gear because you're into fitness. You can have a better retirement simply because you've saved more money, which has compounded over time. You can even tell your boss to, you know, if you're not happy with where you're working at, because now you have that sort of financial independence. So hence, it is important to save money, also invest it correctly, and make sure that this grows over time.